Hello my country people, welcome back to the news. E don shele, the PDP governors, e be like say na now day break for now. Well my country people, the PDP governors have approached the Supreme Court challenging what powers the president has to suspend a democratically elected governor of Rivers State, similarly Fubara. But then, there's a saying, it's better late than never. But I wonder, why are they approaching the Supreme Court? Why are they challenging Governor Fubara's suspension before the Supreme Court? Is it the same Supreme Court that we all know that have been hijacked by corrupt political hunters? Is it the same Supreme Court that we all know Wike has been building houses for judges that have been presiding over all these cases? Wike has been building houses for them in Abuja. Is it the same Supreme Court that they are approaching? The same Supreme Court that dishes out, some disturbing judgments that you begin to question yourself. How come this judgment is coming from the Supreme Court? We all know that them approaching the Supreme Court, I doubt they will get justice. But what can we say? This is Tinubu's government approaching the Supreme Court when they know that the judicial system is compromised, when they know that the judicial system is corrupt. They have other actions, other methods available for them to tackle this issue, but they chose to, approach the court. It's not as if the court will do anything. The court belongs to Wike and Tinubu. The court belongs to Wike and Tinubu, except they want to try another Supreme Court that is not in Nigeria. Perhaps they are talking about another Supreme Court that is not in Nigeria. But so long as this is this Nigeria's Supreme Court, I really doubt they will get the justice they are looking for, because the court in Nigeria has been hijacked by Wike and President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. There is no respect for the rule of law. There is no regard for the rule of law. The Constitution is no longer upheld by our leaders. They now disregard the Constitution and create their own. They create their own. The one that is favorable to them, they abide to it. The one that is not favorable to them, they go to court and twist the law upside down. So this is just it, my country people. Make una come shook mouth for this matter. About 11 governors are saying no, enough is enough. Tinubu does not have power to, to do this. But at the end of the day, it seems like they are licking the hands of the president, because as opposition governors, they had, it was expected that they would have done more than this. It was expected that they would have revolted against the president for his actions in Rivers State. It was expected that they would have revolted, protested, and make some certain, statement regarding it. But now they want to approach the court. The court, we all know that, has been hijacked and compromised. So my people, this is just, serious. And with what's happening in Rivers State, a lot of people have been commenting, during this recent protests that occurred. Some persons were protesting in Rivers State over the suspension of Governor Fubara. Even some protesters were protesting in Lagos over Governor Fubara's suspension. But what can we say? It has happened. It has happened. Now, the sole administrator in Rivers State, his job is solely to make Rivers State peaceful. But what that man is doing, he seems to be creating more troubles for himself and for those that put him in that position. He is creating more political problems for himself. Look at what he's doing. Removing Governor Fubara's political appointees. Bringing in new political appointees. He has no power to do that because he is not a democratically elected governor. But the president has given him powers as that of a governor. The president, Nyesom Wike, gave him powers to rule like a governor. Now, Governor Fubara has become a side piece, a second-hand citizen in Rivers State. Governor Fubara has become a second-hand citizen in Rivers State. Even when Obasanjo was president, when he wanted to do something like this, other governors dared and called his threat bluff. Even when Tinubu was governor, Nobody, even when Tinubu was governor, when Obasanjo was president, they tried. But the governors, they stood their grounds. They stood their grounds. They told the president that they should do their worst, that heaven will not fall. That heaven will not fall. But look at what governors are doing now. Opposition governors. They are not, doing anything. They are not standing up against the president because I'm sure they are afraid that Wike will come and set fire in their state. They are scared that the president will remove them or probably declare a state of emergency in their state and remove them, just like what happened in Rivers State. Probably that's why they are not, making any strong move against Tinubu's declaration. And we have to say no to this kind of government. We really have to say no to this system and method of government because it's as if we are in a military regime. Meanwhile, we are not. We claim we practice democracy, but there is no evidence. There is no evidence of democracy in our everyday life in Nigeria. There is no evidence of democracy in our system of government. Everything is just so, it's like it's an autocratic government, an autocratic kind of government, where the leader decides and dictates without consulting the people, without hearing the opinions of the people, and doesn't take the opinions and the suggestions of the people. I'm sure Tinubu knows what's happening in the country. Tinubu knows the suffering and hardship that people are going through on a daily basis. Now he has gone to France. According to them, they tagged it. Tinubu went to France for working, whatever. But we know what led him to go to France. We know that he's not going there to work. He's going there to do other things. Now I wonder, our leaders, they travel out of the country, they see how other countries are, but they don't bring those ideas. They don't bring those things back to the country to make Nigeria better. They see how things are being operated in other countries. They don't want to steal one or two ideas. What they do is to steal from Nigeria and then they go and dump it in other countries. They steal and loot the country's resources and dump it in other countries. Instead of going to other countries and stealing ideas, bringing in ideas, innovative things. Look at how other countries are developing. They are developing, but Nigeria, we are still struggling. People are struggling. People are trying to survive first. The first agenda of every Nigerian in this country is to survive. We are not even talking about development. We are not even talking about infrastructure. People just want to survive. They just want to see food to eat before we talk about other things, which is so unfortunate. It is terrible. So guys, what are your thoughts on this? Well, thank God these PDP governors have finally woken up from their slumber and they are, rising up against the president by, questioning his declaration of a state of emergency and also questioning his powers as a president, to remove a sitting democratically elected governor. I'm dropping here. Kindly share your thoughts on this in the